What's going on, A-Side family? It's your boy Truth. That's short for Truth Over Narrative. Welcome to A-Side Boxing Talk. And before I go any further, you know how we got to start the show off, man.
Most motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing.
Yes, sir. Shout out to the late, great Roger Mayweather. All right, now listen. You see the thumbnail, you see the title, you know why we here. Let's talk about it, man. Top Rank finally bends the knee and joins the zone. Yes. I remember all them conversations with Bob Arum talking about an app and what's the zone and this and that. And here we are, 90-plus-year-old Bob done went and bent the knee and got with the zone. You know what I'm saying? Actually, to be honest, bro, I'm not shocked at the move. I'm also surprised that it took this long after the ESPN deal expired. But I'm not shocked at the move at all. So let's jump into it and with what really happened. Okay, so Top Rank signs a multi-year deal with DAZN. It's around 8 to 10 fights per year, right? So that's not even a full one fight per month, but 8 to 10 fights per year. They said the licensing fee, or essentially DAZN will be giving Top Rank about 1 million to $1.25 million per event. DAZN now becomes the main broadcaster for Top Rank, following the ESPN deal. And respectfully, man, Top Rank went from a major platform in ESPN to an app in DAZN. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that tells me, but it tells me something. You know what I'm saying? This might not be an upgrade. It just might be a relocation for Top Rank. I think that's a little better to start it off, right? The ESPN deal paid more than his DAZN deal. DAZN is paying less per event than ESPN was, and there's way fewer guarantee dates than it was with ESPN. Now, I will say I did hear that Top Rank was trying to work something out with HBO Max. I don't know if that could be revisited again with 8 to 10 and fights per year, and DAZN being the main broadcaster. I'm not sure how another deal will work out, or I don't know even what the exclusivity is that Top Rank has worked out with DAZN. But what I will say that we gonna stop the cap, right? This deal ain't bigger than what they got at ESPN at all. You know what I'm saying? Top Rank lost the leverage, and they had to kind of take what was available. That is what it is. Now, I will say that it does seem like DAZN is trying to position themselves to create a little monopoly in boxing, right? You got Top Rank over on DAZN now. You have Queensberry that's on DAZN now. You got Matchroom that's on DAZN now. And even though the deal did expire between Golden Boy and DAZN, I could only see them moving forward with DAZN, on a show by show, case by case basis, right? Now, the reason why I said earlier that DAZN is quietly taking over and you might be missing it, just because the overall way that this is structured to me, right? It says this, right? You look at fighters like Keyshawn Davis, right? Xander Zayas, some of the other main guys on Top Rank. These guys are making $1 million, damn near $1 million, if not a little bit more. So if DAZN is giving Top Rank $1 million per show, that tells me that there is no way that Top Rank can afford to pay Keyshawn Davis to headline one of those cards, right? So essentially, I think, right, if my mind serves me right, I think that Top Rank could be putting more so like club shows on DAZN, but those big fights, like those big fighters, the Keyshawns, the Xanders, right? Maybe soon enough, Abdullah, right, who's a champion over there. I'm obviously they still building up, guys like Emiliano Vargas and stuff like that. But even guys like Shushu, who is now a champion, right? These guys are commanding decent paydays, decent sized paydays, right? And you might get a Vargas that could do one of those shows, but trust me, you're not gonna get a Keyshawn Davis. He's making damn near $1 million, if not more, probably, right? And they only getting $1 million. So what that says to me is, again, Top Rank will be able to do like small club shows where you got up and coming fighters and they're fighting each other, very competitive fights, right? Which I'm sure DAZN probably has to approve before they go on air or before they get a date or anything like that. But what it says to me is that those Ring magazine cards will have some of Top Rank's best fighters, right? Those Riyadh cards will have some of Top Rank's best and probably most expensive fighters, right? So again, I know people, kind of joked and talked shit about Eddie when he came from the UK and he was spending all his money, and I'm sure he got some money from the network and all of this other things. But right now, them chickens is coming home to roost, right? Because essentially, DAZN is having a say-so in the final product that's going on the app now, right? Top Rank just can't throw some shit together respectfully like they did on ESPN. A lot of them fights on ESPN we did not ask for. A lot of those fights on ESPN we did not want to see, right? And I think DAZN is going to have more say-so. And again, remember, this was part of the issue with the Virgil Ortiz and Boots fight, right? DAZN would not approve that, right? They had to go, essentially, had to go get Turkey, but DAZN wasn't having it. They was not having it unless that fight was on the table. And I think it's going to be more the same, right? Now, where I think this will benefit us is that I think it may be more money involved if Matchroom and Top Rank decide to collaborate on shows, right? Remember, we saw even a 5v5 that Queensberry did with Matchroom before. So I think that it's going to help in that aspect. But I think Top Rank, hey man, they on sale, man. Or even though most people don't like to admit it, they taking the PBC approach where it's like some of those promoters like Samson, who has certain fighters, is like, hey, I know I can put on my own shows, but I'd rather work with PBC, who works with Showtime, and that way I could just lease my fighters out to y'all, make a couple dollars off me leasing them out, and things will move forward like that. You know what I'm saying? So again, man, DAZN, they building a monopoly without saying it's a monopoly. You know what I'm saying? I like this move though, man. I really like the move. I think it's going to be great for the sport. Again, if things is working out the way I think they're going to work out, we might be in for some great fights this year, man. We might be in for a hell of a year. You know what I'm saying? And it's only March. You know what I'm saying? Damn near April. But again, y'all know the fight is about to start heating up. Middle of the month, summer coming. It's going to be some bangers that's going to be on that schedule, man. But either way, man, I want y'all to jump in the comments and tell me what you think, man. Like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend, man. A-Side Boxing, truth. That's truth over narrative. We out.